welcome to the channel, welcome to the channel, welcome to the channel, yeah. Greetings and salutations. Hello, it is Kamaria, our Black Siren Creates, and we are on a road trip. Every year, my family and I go to South Carolina to visit my in-laws. They live in the country, and it's always nice to kind of get away, change the scenery. We usually go for hikes and things like that. So I just thought I'd take you with me on my little a travel vlog. Because I live in Florida, so Florida to South Carolina is about 9 hours. So I just kind of wanted to show you some of the cool stuff and different things that we got up to, and whatever bookish things that I found along the way. I try to read on vacation, but it doesn't always happen. So I usually bring one of my favorite books. This trip I brought Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. And then don't mind my horribly broken cracked tablet. That's what I read ebooks on. But the two books that I wanted to read were set in South Carolina: Moving Maverick and How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. I just showed you like some books that I saw in like the grocery store. And then this was the cutest little cafe that we always go to every year. It's called Mountain Mocha. And they have this little kind of cozy reading nook.
And it's so cute.
Yes, it's very cute.
It's so snug!
Yes.
There's board games.
Yes. We went there and they had board games on the table.
And we played some.
Yep, played checkers, and they have tic-tac-toe, and they just have like some breakfast stuff, some lunch stuff.
I had a cinnamon roll.
Yes, my daughter had a cinnamon roll.
I had a chocolate brownie.
And, I think it was a muffin. Oh, girl, the lighting is terrible. The lighting is terrible. Hello. I'm in South Carolina. Visiting my husband's family, and sorry, I'm in the parking lot trying to back out. I'm driving here. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna do your thing, and I'm gonna go this way. Yep, just go around me. Oh, anyway, I'm in South Carolina. And I had the most bright idea to read books that are set in South Carolina while I'm in South Carolina. I actually haven't been doing a lot of reading. Sorry. When I get around Southern people, it's the autism. I start mimicking people. So I have a random Southern accent for no reason. Sorry, it's hard to stop. But anyway, so I thought I'd read. Okay, you could do this. I thought I would read books set in South Carolina, not written by people in South Carolina, like authors, but like the characters themselves are in South Carolina. So I found two on Kindle Unlimited, and I went ahead and I don't even know if I can go through here. Man, these parking lots are crazy. Anyway, so I found two. One was called Moving Maverick, and honestly, I should have known I was going to DNF it. I started reading it, and I got like 30 pages in, and it's like a romance. I think it's by an author I don't normally enjoy, like, ever. So I should have known I wouldn't like it. But it's set in like a small southern town, and it's about a guy who, was there when he was a kid during the summers visiting his grandma, and his grandma dies and he inherits her estate. And so he goes back and like his parents had died, but like she didn't like adopt him, and she like told the state, hey, no, I'm not taking him. And so he got adopted by a whole other family. And so he's all like bitter and like hating her because, you know, she told the social workers, nah, I don't want him. So, and I didn't even read long enough to figure out if that was like the truth, if that was like what was happening. But anyway, he had a childhood friend, and so he goes back to the funeral, right? And then like these guys just start already doing stuff. We're already getting to the juicy 30 pages into the book. And like, if you're just reading to like read people hunching, you know, more power to you. But I need to care about the characters before they start hooking up. Like, I love a good slow burn. Like, I don't even know these people and they're already doing it. Like, I'm not invested in their relationship. They're just doing it already. So I was like, no. And so I DNF'd that. And then I started reading, Grady Hendrix writes horror, and he writes a lot of, stuff set in the South, in South Carolina. So lots of his books are more in Charleston, and I'm not in Charleston. I'm in like a different part of South Carolina. So yeah. But I started reading How to Sell a Haunted House, and child, I am 40% into that one, and dang, it's creepy as hell. I mean, it's like, I would say all of the characters are unlikable, for sure. So a girl, it starts out with a girl, and she got pregnant, and she called her mom, and she, I guess, had lived in the South with her parents, and she had gotten out. Like, she went to college, and she had gotten out of her small podunk town in South Carolina, and everybody kind of like resented her, thinking that, oh, you think you're better than us type thing, when, she just, she wanted to do something different. And so she lived in San Francisco, and she had a kid, and her parents die, and then she goes back to her hometown. Her and her brother don't really talk anymore. They're like super estranged and hate each other. And I guess her mom was really into puppets and dolls, like hand puppets, ventriloquist puppets and dolls. And let me tell you guys, that is one of my biggest, not fears, but I just think dolls are so creepy. Like, I can't do dolls, like the porcelain dolls, and like, so there's a lot of like dolls. The dolls are moving each other around. The TV's turning itself on. It's creepy. There's creepy stuff happening, okay? So I'm about 40% into that, and I'm really liking it. So we actually go home in 2 days. We've been here for 5 days, and we've been hiking and out and about and just hanging with family. So I haven't had a lot of reading time, but I'm gonna have a lot of B-roll for you guys of some of the trails and the lake that we went to and just cool stuff. And I'll probably give you a bookish update later. But yeah, so far I'm digging Grady Hendrix. I never tried him before. I know he has a lot of stuff out. So I thought I would, give it a try since I was in that neck of the woods. And we'll see how it goes. So this was the lake we went to. It has a whole bunch of other stuff. There's a lake. There are cabins and all sorts of stuff. It's like a state park where they have a whole bunch of stuff to do, and I just wanted to walk around and see. But yeah, my kids really enjoy coming to the lake, and I brought Mom my book I was reading on the bench. So I'm actually back home now. Just wanted to do kind of a last run through. I did finish How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. Man, that book got wild. I mean, There's a lot of puppets, and for the longest time you're just thinking it's just these random puppets. And there's a lot of stuff in that book that doesn't make any sense. Like, at one point there's an imaginary friend that somehow becomes sentient, but it never really explains why. And then a lot of the plot is explained through like flashbacks or memories. So something will be happening, and then they'll be like, oh, and then remember that one time, and then they'll like go back in that memory to explain what's happening in the present. I didn't like it. I finished it for this video. But there's a reason why I choose certain books to read, why I like to read queer, why I don't really read books by straight white guys. It was just fine. There was a couple times where I was literally reading it going, what the hell? Oh my gosh. What's going on? But I don't... There was just a lot of suspending your disbelief, you know? Like, so, yeah, it wasn't for me. I know that, like, Grady Hendrix has a whole bunch of books, but I don't really want to read any of the rest of them. I don't know. I mean, I love a good campy horror type vibe. I love all, like, the slashers, you know, the classic campy horror, but I don't know. I still wanted a little bit more of a, like, we get an explanation for why the dolls and the puppets were acting that way, but I still don't understand how a imaginary friend came to life. And it really bugs me. So there was a point in the book where I'm like, I hope the puppet kills everybody. Like, I didn't want a happy ending. I didn't like any of the characters. I didn't care. I was just like, I hope this puppet, this possessed doll puppet thing, just kills everybody. I don't think that's the desired feeling. You want people to survive. I didn't want any of the characters to survive. I hated all of them. So yeah, that was my vacation, which turned into its own thing. You know, you get a lot of family members in one place, and things can happen. So that's why I had to finish my book at home and not on vacation. Drama! But that's all I got for y'all for this vlog. Until we meet again. Bye, guys.